But for me, by the way, that's a Boxster talking about the devil. Yeah, there you go. It's just, I think like one doesn't replace the other.
We used to have each other's playlists. No, used to be each other's best friend.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back to the new video of Ted's car. Today we are driving something special. I guess it's something special. It's Golf GTI, people. And in this very short and impromptu review, I found out why so many people love this car. So many. Let's jump right in. I get this car for the weekend, so around 3 days. And actually, I booked myself a Mercedes A445S. So basically, both of them are very different cars, but one thing for sure, both of them have 4 bangers, means 4 cylinders, turbocharged 4 cylinders. This GTI, this is normal GTI, no club sport, no TCR, nothing like that. Just a straight up normal GTI, like literally. There's not so many options in this car. So this car is packed actually for the budget, I guess, because this is also a rental car. This one gonna cost you around 50,000 euro, as we all know. You can right now spec Golf R until 70 grand, which is, this is the world where we live in. What a time to live, right? I mean, what a time to live. Oh my god. But pardon my English, it's my second language if it's not the third right now. But yeah, Merc A45S would cost you 90,000 euro at the time of recording. I mean, that's the last time I was specking it. It was around 2 months ago, because I was thinking like, small Merc, small AMG might be like a cute option for like third car or fourth car. Then I see the price, it's like the price of a second car. Not like second hand, but you know, like second car for the weekend, like 90,000 euro. Like, are you crazy? But then, so that's the background story. And right now we are driving the GTI. And it's quite good, really. I mean, like, until we are talking about this thing in front of me, which is disaster. So to turn off the automatic start stop button, there's no button. The button is now inside here, and it's hidden under the menu, which is a stupid move, because every time I started this car, I need to wait until this Discover Pro Media stuff already loaded up. Then I can turn off the start stop button on the start stop automatic, which I guess all of us are doing. I mean, that's the first thing that I did when I get into my Macan GTS. But you can tell me in the comment below if you think it's a good idea to just, I don't know, get your car automatically turn off at a stopping light or in the intersection, and that it will maybe save the polar bear. I don't think so. Yeah, so let's talk about this Golf 8 GTI. First thing first, I want to touch about the sound. The sound is not half bad, it's decent. Because I'm not a fan of really this rah really loud, because I think like, for what if it's loud but without any tone. So this GTI, it's not too loud, it is not too quiet, and I think like you would get the idea that you are driving a quite sporty Golf. And by all means, this is not just a normal Golf. See, it just pulls, and I mean like 245 horsepower in a body of 1.5 tons. That's a good number. So yeah, let me just merge in, and there you go. Quite easy. And the seat is perfect. I like it. I like the sport seats. It's kind of like the new one. You don't get this one in the Golf 7. You get only, I think, in the Golf 8. I don't know if it's about the Golf 7R, because during when I was driving this on Friday, I saw several 7R. They had this normal seat. I mean, like, well, granted, I haven't driven any Golf before this, but actually, this one is actually the first time of me driving Golf, which is actually good. But yeah, but the seat is amazing. I kind of like the virtual cockpit, but the thing is, it doesn't have map, and I think it can be kind of like matter of spec. But I don't think so, because afterwards, as usual, I spec myself a GTI, because every time you get a new car, you think like, oh, this is the best thing ever, and then you let it sink in. Yeah, as you know, every time you drive like a new car, if it's like car sharing, rented, subscribed, whatever, you always think like, oh, what a beautiful thing. That's gonna happen like the first 2 days, and you are gonna go to the configurator and try to spec one. At least that's how it happened to me. I mean, like, once I was renting a Polo, a normal dead bone stock Polo. I was like, what a beautiful car. Then I went back to Germany. I was in Spain. I was like, okay, let's spec a Polo. And like just halfway into it, I was like, why would I get a normal Polo? Let's spec a GTI. And then like, why would I get a Polo GTI? Let's get a Golf GTI. And you know, at the end, I ended up specing like Jaguar Type R with 550 horsepower. That's just the way it is. I don't know if you can relate with me at the moment, but I was specing this GTI, so I kind of know, like, there's like this kind of like packaging, like some packages right now in Germany. So you can get like this business package or like sport package for GTI, and I think that's what they do with this car. So this car has kind of like heated steering wheel, but the seat adjustment is not electric. Like, why? I mean, like, really, why? Yeah, but and this car is also running on winter tires, which I also don't understand. But again, this is a rental car, and as Jeremy Clarkson said, rental car is the fastest car in the world because you don't really care, you just give the beans. So yeah, this car is the fastest car in the world. But having said that, I also don't want to get caught in a trouble. So I've been driving really normal, and the consumption in the motorway is around 9.7 liter, which is quite okay. I can tell you, you wouldn't see this figure if you drive like a normal GTI driver. Which I mean, with normal GTI driver, I mean that you're challenging everyone to drag race in the city and go 120 miles per hour, and race everyone from traffic lights to traffic lights. With that kind of driving, you will see around 15 or 13. I mean, like yesterday, I saw 13 liter per 100 kilometers. I'm gonna write the MPG down here. And as for the ergonomic, like how big the car is and this and that, as we all know, like I am an Audi guy somehow, and I mean, I've been driving a lot of Audis. So this Golf share its platform with Audi A3, so I mean, like, I had RSQ3 as well, and it's just like everything is so familiar to me, like well, until this kind of like the new design language of everything touchable, which I already said my opinion about. I find it quite stupid sometimes, but it's still livable though. But then everything like the space at the back, the boot, everything, it's just so familiar. And I think that's the power of Golf GTI. So it gives you this kind of like accessible hot hatch, but with this kind of like sense of familiarity, and it's quite easy to drive if you don't really exaggerate, because if you do exaggerate in the rain, yesterday it was raining really hard here, somehow it will just go, is it oversteer or understeer? But you know what but I think you know what I mean, all of you GTI drivers out there. So yeah, always proceed with caution. And one thing for sure that I don't like about GTI in Germany, if you have a GTI, to insure it, you're gonna need to pay a lot of money. We are talking about, it depends how long you have had your driving license, or if the GTI is your only car or second car or third car. But in general, when I calculated for my for my age, and with all of my datas, I was looking at around 2,100 euro in a year. That's almost as the same as my Macan GTS, which doesn't make sense for a car that back in the days cost 30 grand. Like my Macan cost around 99,000 euro new. So, it doesn't make sense. So that's one thing that I don't like about this GTI. And that says also one other thing, that GTI drivers tend to make tend to be in an accident. They're just there. They just get involved, get stuck in. Well, not in a good way, but yeah. So, yeah, as I said before, GTI is notoriously known to be involved in a lot of accidents. They just, I don't know, hit other drivers. And that's actually connected with the kind of like this community, this huge community behind GTI. So a lot of people are driving GTIs, and a lot of them are actually younger guys. I mean, like, I haven't checked the statistic, but every time I see in a car meeting, like, all guys below 30 years old. Normally they're either driving Golf GTI, Hyundai i30N, or sometimes it's Mustang, but also like these days Kia is more and more popular because they are now accessible, not like GTI, which command a price of 50,000 euro. Well, you can get it for 45, but so 45 to 50. For Kia Proceed GT with 200 horsepower, you can get one for 33,000. So it's kind of like the new GTI. But that's kind of like one problem that I see happening here, because I can get a Boxster, like a used one, and the range price of Boxster, it doesn't matter with manual or with PDK, is between 33 until 50,000 euro. You can get one with that. Just have to be smart about your purchase. And the insurance on Boxster is around 700 until 1,000 euro. It depends. Like if you want to drive it all year round or only in summer. And that's kind of like 1/3 the insurance for GTI. And I got it. Golf GTI is a hatchback, and Boxster or Cayman is more like mid-engine definition of sports car. But for me, by the way, that's a Boxster. Talking about the devil. Yeah, there you go. It's just, I think like one doesn't replace the other. You cannot compare both of them. I got it. There's like certain charm to Golf GTI. But as for me now, this is a good car. Not for 50 grand. I'm not gonna buy this new. That's one thing for sure. And if I only have the money, like 40,000 euro or 30,000 euro, I might tend to go with Cayman because I'm gonna have like my company car, which I can use every day. I don't need the practicality. That's just a thing. But if you only have chance to have one car garage, this is quite a good option. I guess like you want to go and get like the R, but believe me, GTI is more than enough. And I think the characteristic of GTI, what puts GTI on the map, is the front wheel drive, because R just has more weight, and it has this all-wheel drive systems, which is Haldex system, if I'm not mistaken. You can correct me. And it is sporty Golf. I got it. But GTI, I think like GTI is the essence of Golf, because like Golf R is just painfully close to Audi S3, which is not a bad car. I got it. But looking at the price of the used market, I might as well go for S3, really. And I don't know about the service costs and the other stuff. So if you guys know about the service cost and the difference between S3, Golf R, and GTI, you can chime in and just write it down here, because I am actually interested to know. And yeah, and I think that's my quick review. Not so quick actually, almost 15 minutes about the Golf GTI. I enjoy this car. I got it why this car has been a favorite for so many years, and also why Jeremy Clarkson has one actually. You know, I think that he said it in season 24 or something. I forgot. But he had a Golf GTI, the Golf GTI 7 to be precise. Yeah. So, if you like this video, please like, and you can also subscribe. It's free because I've seen like 0.7% is the percentage of the one who subscribe and watch, and the other of you are all just, you know, getting freebies, bro. Just getting freebies. 99.3% is not even subscribing. What I see is like 993% because it's just amazing. So yeah, do me a favor, click the subscribe button so you don't even miss any one of the great videos that's gonna coming out. So, having said that all, enjoy your Sunday, stay cool, stay healthy, and keep on driving. Bye bye.
We belong together, me and you forever.